What's up, guys? Come on in. My name is Matt. This is our, actually it's our primary home, but we do Airbnb with this property. My wife and I are a little bit of gypsies, so we're always like traveling around. For example, ACL, it's a good time to rent our property out. So we came up with a strategy to do Airbnb with our primary residence. So come on in, we'll show you guys around and talk a little bit about what we do and how we do it. So we actually bought this property. This was the first property that I ever purchased. And I've been in the real estate business for about 12 years. But the first one I purchased where I felt like I was paying top dollar. And my wife loved it. We actually paid $370,000. We're right downtown Round Rock. And at the time it was a little scary for me because it wouldn't really be a great rental as far as if you're gonna put 20% down and try and rent it out. It'd probably rent for $2,500. So we've lived here for about a year. We've got into Corpus Christi and out in Delano, and so our strategy now is to rent this property out on certain weekends when we're gone, like a weekend or a week or two at a time, maybe a month. So right now it's available for the entire next 2 months of the year, and if somebody leases it out, we'll go move somewhere else for a couple months. So pretty simple house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We bought it and it was actually fully renovated. So this is the kitchen. And I'll show you kind of a few things that we do out to the garage. When we leave, we lock up our closets, we lock up cabinets, and the garage. That's where we'll put all our stuff. Haven't had any issues, but you know, I've heard some people have some issues with people break in. We never have, but we'll put a lock right here. This will actually be locked right here. So we'll put everything else in the garage and no one can go in there. But yeah, it's a little bit nicer house as far as things have been renovated. Go show you the bedrooms. We have Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, all set up for renters if they want to use that. We leave. I'll show you this right here. My wife created this. It's just like a little kind of small info sheet. Tells you what to do and how to do it, who to contact, the Wi-Fi information. Stuff like that. She is the one that keeps it all organized. So we can go check out the 3 bedrooms. And then if you want, I'll show you guys out back. There's a couple things we do out there as well. But we'll actually, we'll take all this stuff out and make it a little less kid looking, but it is great for families. One option. It's 1 bedroom. We got the guest bath, full bath right here. And then we come around here, the 2nd bedroom. We'll actually lock these closets up as well. Put a lock right here. And we have actually been Airbnb-ing this property for about 3 months now. Rented it out 4 times. And we're actually, I'll show you the trailer in the back. It's pretty interesting, but we're leasing that out full time now. So this is the master. It's kind of cool. We actually put these doors in, French doors, to open up to this little park that we have right out here. If you want to check this out. Little park for the kids. You can get the barbecue pit. Pretty nice out here. And then we actually rent out this RV right here. So this will rent out for about $65 a night, but we're renting it full time for $450 a month right now. You go check it out? Let's do it. So, as you can see, he's actually moving in. So he's got all this stuff here. But it's a pretty nice little place. He's got a bathroom, shower, set up. He's probably going to get a gym membership to have a little better setup for showers and stuff. But we just brought this in. The city said that if you have something on wheels, you don't have to get a permit. So it was a little tricky, as you can maybe see, to back it here. But we got it all set up, and we're working on cleaning this up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. And then right there is my personal office, which we can see if you guys want as well. So it's a different lifestyle to just move out of your house for a weekend or a week, something like that. But it kind of one of the goals is to have a little extra money to cover for property taxes, which on this property is close to $11,000 a year. So if we can just make that, we're feeling pretty good. This is my office. So I did a lot of meetings back here. My wife helps set all this up. Kind of cool with a lot of our books and stuff like that. But a little getaway at night, late night. I got 2 kids, so I can come back here and catch up on some phone calls and stuff like that. All right, we can show you the rest of the master. If you guys want, we'll go back around and wrap this thing up. Got the master bath right here. Once again, we got another one of these locks. This is really the key. A lot of people are a little weird about doing this, but sliding door, we got all our clothes in there, and so just lock it up whenever we leave for the weekend or for the week. And most people at Airbnb, they don't need the closets or anything like that. So that's it, guys. I mean, this is a strategy that not a lot of people utilize to use your primary home. Takes a little bit of a sacrifice to let people come live in your space. You got to be willing to move on the dime. But in real estate, there's so many ways to start collecting more money. And what I always say is it's a little bit more about what are you willing to sacrifice. Like if we just lived here and we wanted to rent out the other rooms full time, we could. $700 a room, $600 a room. But you got to share a kitchen. You got to have sacrifices to do that. So not everybody wants to do these kind of things, but if you're willing to and you want to get a little extra capital, there's so many aspects of real estate that you can focus on and take new paths and take risk and make sacrifices. And it's just one strategy for us. We have one down the street that we just bought, and we're working on turning it into an Airbnb. We're about a month away, and that will just be full-time Airbnb. And what I like about this particular area and these properties is in Round Rock, you do not need to have a license to do Airbnb. In Austin, you have to have a license, so there's less regulations. It's really, in my opinion, the only way to buy properties here that you can cash flow. So on this, if we were to rent it out full time, we would probably make around $4,500 a month. But the way we're doing it right now, it's around $1,500 to $2,000, and that's a really good supplement to our income. So that's the basic numbers. Happy to talk more detail with anybody, with any questions, comments, whatever. We're here to support you guys, and just appreciate y'all coming around today. Hope you have a great day.
So thank you, Matthew, for giving us a tour of your home. Let people know a little bit about yourself. So how did you get started in your business?
Yeah, man. So I started in college. I was actually very blessed that my mom was a single mom, and she started buying like 1 to 2 properties a year while we were growing up. And I just saw how beneficial real estate can be and how anybody can do it, how it can change your life, and was fascinated by it. So got my license when I was 17 years old.
Okay,
and 30 now, and we've built a decent sized brokerage and bought properties. We've got 100 agents on the team. We try to buy rental properties when we can. We say make money in and on real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, and try to be entrepreneurial, and like it's such an amazing industry where it can change your life, it changes people's lives every day, and everybody can do it. You know, and I don't think people realize that whatever your gender, race, background, whatever, you can do real estate, but it takes a big commitment and time, and I'm passionate about helping people do that. And so it's changed my life, and people that I've been around, and just love it, man.
So yeah, that's great. I know, this channel promotes like side hustles and people like going out of the box, like Turo or Airbnbs or doing other things, just working from a 9 to 5. So what sparked the idea of short-term rental and renting out your primary residence?
Yeah, and just started from trying to be creative within real estate. And one thing I want to touch on with what you just said though is that for a long time, personally, I would always say that I'm so passionate about real estate. But what I realize is I'm not. I'm passionate about what real estate can allow. And that's the beauty. It's like, I think you can go all in for 3 to 5 years and then go do other things, right?
Yeah.
Go work on cars, go race cars, whatever you like to do. Yeah. Real estate just sets that base. Just like with the stuff you talk about for anything for financial independence.
Yeah. No one wants to work, 40 years and then only have 11 years to retire. And there's so many avenues, benefits of just retiring early. Like, why can't we say that it's going to be 50 years old? Have your monthly income coming in and then do the things that you want to do, or spend time with your family.
Yep.
In the morning, picking up your kids from school or dropping them off and picking them up, going to football games and things like that. These are the benefits that real estate and other avenues give you to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And just to go back to the second question, it was just a way to find out how to make more income through owning real estate. And in Austin, it's really hard to buy properties that you can have a 20% down payment and cash flow on. And so Airbnb a lot of times gives you more cash than you would on a long-term rental. There's more work, which right?
Yeah.
So you got to figure out if you're going to manage it yourself or pay somebody to manage it, get the cleaning crew and the operations set up. But it was a way for us to just dive in to get more value out of real estate, to help pay our taxes, to do flexible, creative things where when we're traveling to other cities, we go use Airbnbs.
Yeah, and something you always say in your own videos is opportunity city. Like, Austin is just growing so fast. There's so many tech. There's so many diversity moving in from different states. The tax advantage of moving into Texas. It's a great time and a great place to be here in this area.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And Texas in general, real estate is all about jobs, and Austin's getting a massive amount of jobs. We just had Tesla announce they're doing their headquarters here. Samsung's doing a $17 billion facility in Taylor.
Wow.
And, Texas seems to be the place where people want to be. And I'm thinking 20, 30 years down the line.
Yeah, that's what people need to see, that the future is here in Texas. The low income, there's so much land where people can just grow and move.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you see yourself growing in your short-term rental aspect? Like, how do you see yourself growing? I know you said you had another property that you wanted to see or show us. How do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years with short-term rentals?
I think we'll pick up a few here and there. It's not a primary driver of our business to kind of go all in on it.
Okay.
But we are always looking at properties and trying to be creative, and then we'll adapt our strategy based on what we see.
Okay.
And so we're buying this first property 2 blocks over.
Okay.
And then we're buying a pretty high-end home. It's going to be our first super nice. It's an $850,000.
Okay.
And we're hoping we can rent it for $3-4 grand a night.
Okay. Yeah. Bigger events and venues like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. How do people reach you? I know we can find a link for your YouTube channel, but how else can people get to you?
Super easy to get a hold of. It's Matteifke at Gmail is my email. We're Teifke Real Estate. We're on every social media channel. You can call my cell phone if you want. 512-914-4806. I try to be really responsive. I really like building relationships with people and adding value. And if you stay in touch with people and you find people that are serious in this business and you try to add value for them, there's a lot that you'll do over 10, 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
But most people miss that big picture, and they have one meeting and they never talk to someone again. So try to be a little different. I try to lead with value. I try to help everywhere I can, and just always want to be a resource. So appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank you
listeners.
so much. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.